Match found. Deathmatch. Warm up.
Tech is only as good as their skill. And there we have some beat.
Fight!
Quick peeks now. Finished. Auf Wiedersehen!
Dominating.
Got one. Nature girl down. Got three. Terminated.
Dominating.
Enemy down. Nature girl down. Got three.
Oh.
Variable removed. Got three.
What the fuck is that movement? Ah. I compete. You guys are so much better than me. Yeah, I could not hear that guy.
10 kills remaining.
Wow. Doing the dog shit.
Five kills remaining.
Okay. Who the fuck is this Sova?
Goodbye. One down. Good.
One kill remaining.
Um, that's such a weird deathmatch. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's just go into it, eh? Might as well. If I could just install a clove, go next. Really caring.
Match found.
Let's go.
I've got all the time in the world.
get this bread. If this guy chooses to lock in, of course. Cannot force him though. Don't lie about that.
Any French, guys?
Nope. I mean, hey, fair enough, you asked. Let's go.
You'll have your intel, I promise.
Hello.
Hello? Yo.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Oh,
That
that's
one
not
short. Right now we're rotating.
Caution here. Reloading.
Reloading. Here.
You go back here?
Yeah.
I sneak. Can I? You can't go water. You can't.
One mid already.
Right here.
One should be flanking us.
Reloading.
Spike planted.
Shuffle short.
Another one.
Someone dodge behind.
Short.
Last player standing.
Yo, why are we offside though? My god. Are you NA or are you EU? Oh, these guys are already pissing me off.
Reyna, I must say how nice it is to work with you. It is so hard to find partners with your experience.
Let's try go garage. They have a dead dog that played A last time, so probably nothing garage. Let's sneak up and then we run in. I don't have a flash.
Two window, two garage.
Okay,
Hiding mid as well, Phoenix out. Bro, what is
Spike
window
down
player
mid.
doing?
I don't know, it's like we don't listen.
I don't know, he made no comms that Phoenix is pushing.
I call something, there's two people going garage, so I don't know.
Last player standing.
Well, unfortunately, a 144 hertz will not make my teammates better at this game.
Immortality doesn't have as many day-to-day benefits as you think.
What are you shooting me for? You're not even listening, you did.
I don't know. Very well.
Probably French, I wouldn't be surprised, but whatever. Let's go A.
IDK short.
Yeah.
Have one of these.
Take flight.
Get him.
Giving you bumps over.
I have the spike.
Looking for you.
Dropping smokes.
There's 3 people, at least 3 people.
Scanning
Go
ahead.
rotate.
Come here. Kurwa mać.
I'll work the bay.
Refreshing.
Two more A still. Bro, fuck, man. These people are so...
Cutting their vision.
Shit. I can't. I actually can't, bro.
Finished.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Could have Vandal. Good. They're over rotating.
This is just the beginning.
Could have a job.
But that shit pissed me off so bad, actually, I can't even lie. I should have been able to kill Sova and Reyna, but I just fucking beeped. I don't know why I panicked. I have no decay. That is Sova the best. Reyna pushing mid. Nice. The Doc and Sova here. There's 3 here.
There's 3 there?
Good.
Revealing area.
One died mid.
Spikes dropped.
Good try B.
I'm gonna dark, okay?
Looking you can be.
He's droning short.
But I'm going B, wait.
Yeah, I smoke off A-Link.
No peeking.
It should be clear, I think.
Yeah, I smoke C-Link.
No peeking.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I can see.
One enemy remaining.
Mid last.
Garage.
Be mid. Mid.
That was their best. Alright.
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them.
Wanna go see? They seem to play 3A.
Yeah, can someone... So would you mind taking the bomb off me this round? I'll run through with my ult and just let you guys trade off me.
So we'll maybe drone here.
I'm gonna route towards the left side of the side, okay? Can you flash to me right now?
Yeah, I'm flashing.
Still inside.
Dots coming backside on the...
Phoenix pushing. I smoke garage up instead.
Drop in a smoke.
Let me go first, let me go first. I'm smoking off logs.
Finish garage, careful flash.
Joke's over! You're dead!
He's ulted.
Blind. Out.
Like I never
Care platform, care
left.
platform. Also care
Clear,
logs.
side clear.
Oh, care logs, care logs.
Oh yeah, clear. Could be flank.
Ult is ready.
No one towards CT just yet. It could be stalling outside B. Loading garage.
Phoenix.
Two more garage.
Behind, behind.
Last player standing.
That's right. They played entirely off of C there. They had Phoenix towards garage, and I don't think there's anyone playing CT either. They seem to be playing mainly for mid fights. We can just run down C this round.
Okay.
Ignore garage, just run down C. Pair one playing platform and close garage here now. We can honestly save a drone. Maybe just use dart for front side here, and then save a drone for post spawn. Just want to run this down as fast as possible, waste as little time as we can to get on site. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll throw smoke like
Careful
this.
here. Careful here.
We need to have duelists fighting towards logs. Everybody else take platform. Go. No, no need to drone, no need to drone.
Careful
Just
here.
dart close. We need to go fast. Here we go. Run up.
Revealing area.
Satchel out.
Duelist, go logs. Oh, yes, side. Finish probably garage again. Plan for long, holding you. Garage in. I'm leaving the cross.
One garage.
Someone help Sova. I'm holding the flank. We have no trip.
See.
You guys need me?
Last player standing.
All good. Okay. I think they're just, yeah, I don't know, they're just fighting back.
Phoenix Flash is fucked.
It's all good. Well, at least we know their C is gonna be recruited. I don't think they plan on stacking it anytime soon because they think the retake is working.
We can do it again. I can play ulti from main.
Yeah, I think also we just have the rest of us continue to take space and just trade each other up into the map. I think if we give these guys too much space to group up, then we kind of lose. So we just go in fast and then keep taking space and have someone play post spawn. Yeah, we have Sova and Chamber can play off site. Everybody else can stay on site and look for fights together. I think we should float towards CT because they seem to fight through garage most. I'll do some smokes.
We survive.
There's someone playing close this time. Guns out.
Dropping smokes.
Decaying backside.
I want these.
They're deadlocked here. From garage. I'll hit my net.
Spike drop.
Reyna, garage. Garage, Reyna. Nice, get it. Smokes in 10. CT one.
Spike down.
Left side, left side, left side.
One enemy
Nice job.
remaining.
Unknown last. I smoke soon. They're double hood. Yeah, that's pretty easy. They're just fighting through garage mostly. They even put deadlock there. Good job, guys.
Take advantage.
We can play Sova post plant with B, I think. If Deadlock's playing towards C now, I think they're gonna have one garage and they're gonna try crunch us mid. Chamber, could you hold our garage? We're just gonna run out window, all four of us. Sova, give me a bomb. I'll get the bomb down for you. Chamber, just hold our garage and then we run down B fast. Reyna picking. I'm decaying. Deadlock garage. Fair Phoenix close and smoking. Reyna backside. One right side.
Backside.
Hear my A-link, hear my A-link. Hold my A-link raise.
Smoke. Ceiling, smoke.
I'm dead.
Pushing it. Two on side.
All three inside.
My ult is ready.
I'm just playing my life.
Back like I never left.
Nice, there's something.
One enemy remaining.
Minus 114. He's 1 HP. He has 1 HP.
Is Spike here?
Yeah, Spike down. Spike is on ping. He's one tap to the body. Good dead. Don't quit, guys.
I am not cleaning this up.
Right here.
I'm too far.
Act on my intel.
Raise rocket this round.
Need a drop.
Honestly, maybe Raise, where do you think is easiest for you to get a kill with that? You think you could do it garage?
Yo, he has your cushion, man.
That's all good. We'll let him play it. We just play for Raise rocket this round. Wait for Raise to get a pick. So, do you mind buying me?
Grab a drop. Thanks.
Good one.
Watch out for the dark, maybe.
Yeah, I'll throw a DK. I'll throw a DK short.
Here.
Follow Raise. Just follow Raise. Phoenix long dead. Throwing smokes. Let's hit A. Hit A. Right backside. Raise. Maybe try rocket for that. Nice, good job. No one for long, no one for long, care. Could be long. You have flash right now? Put the bomb, put the bomb.
Revealing area. Reloading.
Planted.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
Good job. I'm fighting with you right now. Holding your right. Pick up me.
Flawless.
That's good job. Good shit, Raise, we'll play.
We live another day.
One bullet for Andy. That should be enough, yes?
We have a mid buy, Phoenix ult. Probably playing retake C. I think we go get the bomb down C, play post spawn. We also ult with this. Same thing as always. I'll throw my smokes deep. We have a duelist routing towards logs. Once we get bomb down, everyone fall off site and just try reflank. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah. We get the bomb down, everyone's gonna leave site. Sova's gonna stay long, and we can start reflanking garage.
Nice spot
Do we drone
first.
or just run?
No, we just run, we just run. These guys are not picking us, they're not going to. Smoking.
Dropping smoke.
Having their vision.
I want these.
Backside.
Yeah, wide. Phoenix as well.
Spike down. C.
That's good job. Phoenix was garage. We can stall and rehit. Stall and rehit. I can smoke for you guys, just stall and rehit.
Gun here.
I'll hold both my smokes in 40 seconds. Just wait.
Plant the spike.
Just cut noise and hold. So can you try throw a dart towards A? Nice. Omen's top side.
Scanning ahead.
I'll try and get spike.
Double flank.
I have the spike.
70.
Let him come, let him come, let him come. Chamber has it, chamber has it. Let chamber hold it up. Just hold chambers long. Yeah, like this, like this. I have both smokes now. One plot.
Dude, that's a
Reyna and Omen should still be
30
here.
seconds left.
I can smoke for you like this.
Smoke so we can run.
I guess, yeah, I got you.
Drop in a smoke.
Sova has to be close. I can't smoke you B, I'll smoke your flank.
big guard.
I can smoke garage only.
50, 50.
Drop in a smoke.
Fine.
Honestly, it's just save.
Yeah,
10 seconds
I'm
left.
saving.
I got cash. I don't think I saw it up. That's unlucky, Deadlock killed me. Deadlock's playing from the side of C.
They want to dance?
Can we hit C again? Raze, can we throw a nade combo here?
To be honest, I'm probably gonna ult this.
You wanna ult it? Go for it. Do you have a lineup for dart? Do you know where the lineup is from here?
Careful here.
Nah, don't.
I can show you, I can show you.
I just go it on my feelings. Then don't worry.
No, this lineup gets you entire of C, front side and back
I
side.
know it's the natural line.
Yeah.
Most of the time I fuck it up, to be honest.
No, it's easy, come, I'll show you. Cross with me.
Spike, spike.
Nice, good job, come here.
One more B.
And then aim here,
Right here.
We need
and just left click.
Revealing area.
Careful.
Unlucky.
Dropping smokes.
I'm gonna be delayed.
Spike.
Hair right side.
Careful here.
Cutting their vision.
I want it.
I'm playing ult. You guys side.
Yeah,
They're gonna ult you.
okay.
Spike planted.
I'm blind as fuck. You're netted, I'm baiting you. Out CT right now. Can you flash high?
I don't have.
Sorted.
We got you.
Garage and CT, out both.
Here.
Bomb is planted weird, Not planted for you.
Revealing area.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Peeking.
He's off.
Not planted for you. Good job. That was my bad. I should have got outside as soon as I killed Sova. I knew Deadlock was holding me garage, but I wanted to fight her.
Spend it all before it's gone.
Okay, now we destroy their Bane, and we just go fast A. Playing one for info long always, because they can't have Sova everywhere.
I got you.
We just kill their long player, and we have A. There should be no one short.
Thanks.
Chamber get bomb.
Come
Oh
on
yeah,
then.
my bad.
So good. I'm not taking short.
Satchel out.
Scanning ahead.
Bomb buddy out.
Someone go with Riz.
Pretty in
Deadlock's here.
Dropping smokes.
Got your refrag.
Oh good. All inside. Yeah.
Heaven one.
Yeah.
Coming out.
I'm
Off
in the
drone.
mid. Fine.
Someone playing heaven.
Tower. Tap it. He's gonna ult.
Still in sight.
One enemy
Haven't lost.
remaining.
Heaven is in there.
I'm punting. He's gonna jump on me. Don't fight him. Nice, good job. Easy half, guys. Alright, you guys just alone for defense. I don't know how to play defense. I'll just play around B so I can smoke both sides. Just take care of everything else for me. Keep comms high, play off each other, and just don't fucking ego swing, I pray.
Yes, coach.
Let's go, guys.
To be honest, if I were them, with all this shit they got, it's gotta be a rush garage to see.
Yeah, it looks like it too, to be honest. Now that you mention it, that's kind of fucked. I'll play to. Okay, we're leaving B open. I don't give a fuck. I'm playing towards C with Sova. If you need my smoke A, call fast because I can't throw it for you instead. It's gonna be delayed. I'll throw it here. Mid smoke. Yeah, C split.
Enemy spotted. C.
Split, split, split.
Nothing.
Well, we need to. Yeah. They have C unlocked. You can only kill them from long.
Spike planted.
We can't go through CT. It's walled.
Flanking.
They're expecting you right now.
Long.
Last player standing. Team A.
Yeah, C is really nice of them to take.
Viewers don't get a reset.
I think we do full save. Don't buy anything, just full save so we can afford full armor, full util, and full weapons next round.
Yeah, on God. What if we just free garage?
We can do whatever this round, it doesn't really matter. These guys have such a good fight on us, we're kind of fucked.
Yo, bait for me, bait for me, bait for me.
Yeah.
Your race, where you by?
It's all good, it's all good. If you get something this round, it's worth as fuck.
Get on with it.
It looks like.
Drop in a smoke.
A. Steps.
Let me swing.
Yeah, at least 2 A.
Sure.
Reyna could be up mid.
A lot A.
We have no trips.
No, don't go.
So,
There's probably like one watching.
That's all good. Just come with me, we fight together.
Spike planted.
Let's go through short if you can. Long holding, close right. Good job. I can raise. I can't really smoke for you. I can kind of smoke top of side so you can jump out if you want to try.
No peeking.
Smoke is covering close mid. One shit box.
Last player
fair.
standing.
Close to you, raise. Omen. Good job. The rest of them are going long. It's all good. He gets one and lives. We just keep the judge then. Good eco. We got 3.
Yeah, since you know not so much, Joe, tell me, the spam is right there, yeah?
Right here.
Yeah. It's a little bit in front of it
Right here.
because
You
the
stand in front of the window and just on the right
Yeah.
side.
yeah. So yeah, you see this little thing? Yeah. You ping slightly in front,
Careful here.
and it's just about that general area. Good luck. Crouch ADS and just beg. Shoot. Start shoot.
Before the-
Yeah. Start
now,
shooting.
before
Start
the-
shooting. Start shooting 1 second before. Start shooting now. It looks like. Good luck out garage.
No
Scanning
peeking.
ahead. Reload.
Looks like going B.
Yeah, then be-
I'm holding yours, go
Inside.
B.
Yeah. I'm decaying and leaving.
One of these.
Spike planted.
Calm down. In already. Almost could be top side.
Deploying
One right side garage. Blind. We're dead. Phoenix flash.
I'm gonna nade him, I'm gonna nade him.
Nice. Got it, ult, man.
Last player
Minus
standing.
40, deadlock backside. Nice try. That's so unlucky, I got caught in the net.
That's crazy.
They
I
don't have a
double think
single life
deadlock
worth
only
saving.
for 90.
Yeah, you need to like hit hella bullets with it to kill someone. Like it's very lucky to kill someone with it. You mostly just get
Every
damaged.
weapon.
You mostly just get damage doing this. I hit her 40, so she had been 1 HP then. Hear me out, we just fight mid together, see if I can. I smoke window, I don't know, raise this some bullshit in garage, and we just fight for
Right
grass.
here. Roll for initiative.
I'm miss smoking. Right, they're gonna get a peek before the smoke drops.
Drop in a smoke.
Looks like C.
Come on, guys, come on, guys.
No peeking.
Nice shots, good shots. Can you pull back? Nice. Decaying close.
One enemy
job, Sova.
remaining. Spike down. C.
Any guns?
Also judge you.
We have a gun, we have a bomb. Bomb could be fake, no?
Revealing area.
Spike spotted C.
Could be in the corner.
Maybe.
Thrifty.
Nice, good double played. But these guys are not great at the game, I'm telling you.
I'm kidding. I'm terrible with money.
Good job, guys. Good shots,
If you are
everyone.
not doing
Well done, Raze.
keep
Well done, Silva.
trying. We must keep up appearances.
Brandon, play the full armor since you can. It'd be pretty shit if they kill you with Phantom.
I didn't hear what?
I was telling Raina to buy armor so she doesn't die to Phantom. Because I don't know what these kids are gonna start doing.
Probably rush. You could rush.
They're A hit too. Crash. BP hit.
Drop in a smoke. Refreshing.
1B, out B,
Yep.
out B.
I need help, I need help.
No,
Fuck, man. What are these timings for the peak? 2 coming garage, 1 was window.
Drop in a smoke.
They can be split up around the map, care. Just play for info, try not to peek anything. C planting, walled off C.
Spike
No one towards
planted.
A, have to be all towards C, 1 garage maybe. One on site.
Yeah, also good.
Raze can stash it over.
Grenade.
You need to move up, chamber. Lucky.
Here comes it.
Last player standing. One
Nice try.
enemy remaining.
It's a good invest, it's a good invest, it was worth.
Oh, this reminds me of this one time.
Yeah, they're just starting to play slow and inserting around the map. They had one walk up B, the rest were A, and then they rotated out probably towards garage. Right now was walking up garage, started around. I think they're just looking for damage before they hit somewhere. I think we just wait and play off of noise for now. Just play together info and it should be easy. If they 5 hit, just pull back, we retake, no problem. You want help fighting, Raze, or no? I'll DK you
Right
deep.
here. Have one of these.
A lot on A, a lot.
Yep. Smokes are late, smokes are late.
140
One under
Phoenix.
heaven, one under second.
No peeking.
Spike planted.
Scanning ahead.
That was running close. One flanked up, look at their B. I told you they're just gonna be inserting people, bro. Got luck behind you, Silva. I can split up the site. It's safe to walk out. Walk out is safe, Raze. Walk out is safe.
Shot down.
Carry your graffiti.
Last player standing.
That's fair. Yeah, they're just inserting someone every hit now.
Surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
If you want, I'm down for early peaks. I think it could be okay. If we pick them up before they start their hit, it should fuck them up hard. I think we peak everywhere but C this round. Chamber has B, right now you can have A. I'll try garage. Just get the info and run away. Garage and B.
No peeking.
Waiting for your is. Nice shot.
My territory. My rules.
I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm hit.
Now.
Sova's inside, Deluxe mid.
Here.
Could be both in B. Sova was last seen towards left side. Could be anywhere.
Can you go towards C?
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now?
they can be, they can be. Something B.
It'll be fake.
Good.
They're probably fake.
Drop in a smoke.
Hi, garage. This is fucked.
Probably C.
I think Sova's still on B.
One enemy remaining.
Default lost. Didn't plant, didn't plant.
Left.
Not the
Spike
default.
planted.
Has to be towards garage.
Satchel out. No peeking.
You can garage.
Last player standing.
Good job. Nice.
My
My
quiver
ult
is
is
never
ready.
full.
Could I have a drop? Thank you.
Yeet. Oops, I accidentally
Could I have a
sold.
drop? Thank you.
Keep. I don't even know what they did that round. I guess they just slow hit B. Well, it wasn't really slow. They
Go here.
and fast garage.
They're spamming door,
Yeah.
they're spamming door. Like, quick,
Drop
quick,
in a
quick.
smoke.
Can smoke C long, please.
No peeking.
Some B as well. I need help.
Okay, I'll go watch this.
You can see. One die.
Don't leave me.
What the fuck?
Back like I never left.
Good. Last unknown. Last
C,
unknown.
smoking C.
Drop in a
Smoking C.
smoke.
On side C.
What's your retail? What's your retail?
Oh, one is. Got him.
Close.
Hi.
Spike planted.
Inside.
Long.
Out default. Yo, why are we so slow to get to
That
C?
was on... Why are you cheating?
I don't understand. These guys are fucking snails.
Kurwa
One
mać.
cubby.
Got it loaded.
Last player standing.
Of course.
No peeking.
Same. Right side.
Odin. Yeah. We need to speed up going towards C. It was just me and Raze. We didn't have to be lurking through garage.
I had
They're
a
just
judge,
batteries.
so I can't
I
add.
need a return.
But we had guns out here.
Right here.
Yeah, but I was going to get a gun. I went through garage, boom, to get a gun.
There's no need to walk it. All good. Go
I
next.
didn't know there was no one there.
All good. All good.
Honestly, no.
Omen.
Careful
Omen had the
here.
smoke and Sova was planting for the ults. It's all good. We go next. They have Sova ult this round. Kirby, I guess. I'm in garage. Take smoke.
Drop in a smoke.
He steps up.
Fall back.
Go B, C.
3B. One's 3B. One is 3B, guys.
No, refreshing.
Coming back. Both.
It's two. Them.
24, so
One enemy remaining.
water.
It
Made
is.
a mess of yourself.
Winnable.
Don't be spending too many brain cells figuring them out. Overthinking is just as
Deadlock
bad
is just
as right
fucking
here.
running it down B. So what, come spam with me?
I'm playing C because she's on the door. The judge. Track them down.
Careful here.
C longs, Phoenix.
No peeking.
Heading garage.
No peeking.
Shot.
Get it.
We don't have garage care.
Battle up.
Deadlock should be garage. Out garage!
We got spike, we got spike.
One enemy
Copy lost. We have full solo util, just wait.
Spike is
Yep.
dropped long.
Revealing area.
So that was Cubby.
Deploying
Must be
drone.
long
Not in
now.
cubby, has to be towards the arena,
Still could be Cubby.
Teleport's ready.
That's long. We got spike down anyways.
That's right side.
I don't even know.
Drop in a smoke.
He's gonna walk out white. Did it.
Who's the hunter now?
Oh, I hit the fucking deadlock 88. Ball.
You're up. Stay safe.
I think I'm aiming slightly too low because it's not hitting headshots. Deadlocked ult, sub ult. They went B with Deadlocked ult last round, or last time they had it.
I'm spamming window, I'm spamming window.
Yeah.
Right here.
Please, whatever.
Wait, maybe I'll try to.
Reyna, if it's Sage, just play retake, okay?
Yeah, no lie. Nice shot.
One more, Reyna was there. Close.
No peeking.
In B.
Nice, one more.
Look from B, right side. I'm baiting for you.
Oh, dink.
Ding.
On site.
One enemy remaining.
Good job. Well played, you guys. Info.
Backside.
Allah.
Here.
Nice.
Match point.
Time to say goodbye.
Okay, hear me out. We have 4 ults.
Stuck A.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play overconfident and just swing something early with my ult here.
Can you smoke window?
It's still here.
Yeah, thanks.
Shallow or
Just
deep?
leave C completely and we play like 4 people on A.
Yeah.
Omen has ult. Maybe someone play heaven. I don't know.
I can go heaven. I'll just smoke window for chamber. Good luck.
No peeking.
Hey,
Hopefully.
I can let me smoke your long.
Drop in a smoke.
Looks
My
good.
territory, my rules.
I'm gonna up at heaven, I think.
yeah, but why the...
I was darted. And I died.
Don't see anything.
Spike planted.
Refreshing.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3.
Unknown.
Joke's
Wants
over.
to keep
You're
one of
dead.
Maybe from...
Wait, he's spotted, what?
He's short.
Drop in a smoke.
I have ults. Good juice.
Nice.
Thank you for game. Take it easy, everyone.
It is over.
Defenders win.
Direct and hunted.
Holy shit. I had to work hard for that win. Jesus Christ, it was coming everything. That was actually nuts. Well, I'm still frying, so that's a good sign. I'm in form. I've made it back. I'm in form. Instalock and Clove is the way to go. Holy shit. See, like, I would like to play more games, but that took so much energy out of me to just do that I don't want to. That was such a difficult match. Damn, 50% headshot rate. I was feeling it that game. I can't even lie to you. I need to see who these guys were. Mortal 1, Mortal 3, the Rays. Mortal 1, the Sova, and damn. God damn. Hi, hello. Hello. You just missed, I don't know if you just missed it or if you saw any of that or if you just got here, but I just played a game. Dude, this was crazy as fuck. So I was IJailing the entire game. Oh, you just got here? No, you missed it. That was so wild. So I was IJailing this entire game since round 1 all the way through. And I was like the only person talking, and we just barely squeezed out a win. It was insane. And it was a 50% headshot rate game as well, so I was shooting pretty good. Bam. How are you doing, by the way? How have you been? How are things? Did you make it there safe? You're going home early? Ooh, I see. On Saturday? Are you leaving in the morning then? I mean, I would hope you're leaving in the morning, because that means that, what, it would take you another 4 or 5 hours to get back? It would not be good to have you out there that late. At least personally, I wouldn't want that. Yeah. Going at 2, we be back at 6, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. At least you're not back around like 8 or 10-ish, because I don't know what your area is like, obviously, but I know that personally, as soon as it hits 8 p.m., shit just starts going south. That's where I live, so fuck that. I honestly wasn't. Okay, so here's what happened. I wasn't planning on playing. So we can play. Maybe it's okay. Like it's okay if you can't, especially because you're gonna be tired as well. Like you, it would be a good idea to wait until. That's why I changed it. Okay, good, good, good. Thing is, I actually wasn't planning on playing Val until you came back. I was like, you know what? If you're being forced to take a break, maybe I can take a break as well. But while I was studying for the thing tomorrow, so you hate me? What do you mean I hate you? I did not say that. Those were not words I said. Hello? I was saying that I wasn't planning on playing any Val until you came back, but while I was doing while I was reviewing some stuff, it just kind of crashed on me, and I was like, you know what? I've done enough for now. Let me just chill. And then I came on to Val. I did a DM, and then I was like, you know what? Let's play one game. And yeah, it went well. So very slowly but surely, I'm seeing the light again. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna play any more games until you're back at all, because the game I just played there, I was telling to the other person in chat, it was so draining because I was coming for everybody. I was like, I was being chill. Beer wanted, no worries, no worries. Take care. Yeah, no, the pistol rounds and everything in between that though, they were terrible. But yeah, we do love a good win with a match MVP at the end. It's honestly the best feeling is when I decide to IGL like as hard as I possibly can. Like I call everything, all the round strats, positions, and everything like that, and I actually still play well. It's such a good feeling. How are you doing? I'm actually doing all right. I'm actually doing all right. I'm slowly coming out of a slump. I wasn't playing all too well the past few days, but as of late, I seem to have started performing a lot better. So yeah, the past 4 games I've played, we've gotten over 24 kills, which is a good sign. So yeah, it's very exhausting to play at the moment, I will say, because I feel like I'm trying a lot harder than I normally would. That's mostly to do with the fact that I deranked to Ascendant 2, and you know. I'm not that active, but I saw that you changed your mouse. Hey, it's all good, man. Don't worry. Don't worry about your activity or anything like that. It's still greatly appreciated to have you when you are here. And yeah, you're right. I did change my mouse. I'm not sure what you can actually see on the stream right now. So I changed my mouse. I am now using the Model O wireless, and honestly, I'm gonna be very honest. This thing is a lot better than I was expecting. The first few days that I started using it, I actually really didn't like it. I don't know what it was. I just feel like the clicks were a little bit weird. They felt really like flat and just uncomfortable. But I thought about it, and I kind of came to the conclusion that because I was using the Death Adder V3, the clicks were really high. So let me kind of just try to draw a comparison. So you see how with this mouse, the clicks are super low down to the table, whereas with the Death Adder V3, it felt like the clicks were like here. So aiming was very, very uncomfortable in some scenarios because it felt like my fingers were so high. So when I had to click, it was just really like disgusting feeling. But with this mouse, because my fingers are so low down to the clicks, I have so much control over the mouse, and like when I do click, I feel like it barely affects my crosshair position and all that other stuff. It's been a really great experience. It's also quite a flat mouse, as you can tell. The hump is not very large. It's quite a small hump. So I find that it fits my grip quite nicely. I have recently switched to a sort of fingertip grip with a little bit of palm contact, as you can see here. So you went from 8K polling to 1K polling rate? Yeah, I did. Honestly, my opinion on the polling rates is that I don't think I have a PC that's good enough for me to feel the difference. And let me explain. So your polling rate from your mouse translates very heavily to your FPS in the game. Now, this is much less of an issue on a higher end system, but for someone who's playing on just a barely mid-range PC, it's honestly quite a performance loss. So if I was to turn on my FPS, right? At the moment, I'm running certain settings that some people don't. So for example, improved clarity, people usually do not play with. And if you disable improved clarity, oh, I don't know if you can see the FPS actually because my face might be in the way, so sorry. Hold on, let me just move this down here temporarily. So you'll see that my FPS is roughly around 700, 800. And if I optimize it a little bit more to help like turn off background apps, turn off the stream, I get around 1000 FPS in the range when I'm looking in this area. I personally play with improved clarity on. Personally, my monitor is so dog shit that the colors and outlines and stuff like that look really, really bad. And I find that turning improved clarity on actually helps me a lot with my performance in game. Like, ever since I turned on improve, I'm not trying to like sell you anything, but since I turned on improved clarity, this was the first game I played with it on, and then every single game since then I've been shooting really, really well, really consistently. So I think that this is just a setting that works for me because of the monitor I have. Um, so yeah, and when I have these video settings, I obviously, again, I get like 600, 500 FPS or whatever. But when I have a mouse that's 8K polling compared to 1K, I actually find that my FPS reduces by quite a bit when I start moving it around because I'm sending so many updates to the CPU. So if someone has a good PC, is 8K noticeable? I would say you can feel that 8K is probably much more real feeling. Or you'll definitely feel like the small movements you make are much less random. Personally, I'm using motion sync. I don't know what it is. I've heard so many people complaining about motion sync being terrible or motion sync feeling like their mouse movement is floaty. Personally, ever since I've turned on motion sync, I find that I'm able to track my cursor movements a lot smoother. Like I feel like my crosshair goes more or less where I want it about 99% of the time. I feel like there's very rarely a moment where I'm like, why did my crosshair go there? It wasn't supposed to do that. That's my opinion. Obviously, I can't judge for how, somebody else feels about it. But things like motion sync and higher polling rate, they're very difficult to feel, but it depends on what your system is. So I would say if you're playing on any system and you have motion sync enabled, you will definitely be able to feel like your crosshair movements are much more realistic to what your hand is doing. Like if you pay attention to your hand and your crosshair at the same time, I feel like when I have motion sync on, it feels a lot more accurate than if I have it off. What is motion sync? Is it VSync? So motion sync is a separate technology used for the sensor. And basically every single sensor is actually technically a mini camera, if you did not know that. So that's how these mouse sensors work. They're technically just super tiny cameras that read the fabric below on your mousepad or your glass mousepad, whatever it is. It will read the fabric or the material of the thing below the sensor, and then it will send that information to your CPU to process it and then register it as a mouse movement and then move the X and Y coordinate of your crosshair accordingly to what the sensor sees. And essentially what motion sync is there is a little bit of a let me just do like a see if I can find an image motion sync graph mouse. Let me see if yeah, sure, this is good enough. But basically when you have motion sync, what this will do is it will kind of try to assume the direction of where your mouse is going and try to limit the range of your inputs and kind of reduce the disparity and kind of the sorry, I forget the term, and reduce the deviation. So basically, the higher your DPI, the more information you're sending per movement to the CPU. So if you have a really low DPI, for example, your sensor inputs will be very scattered and very inaccurate because you're sending so little information per movement. So it's why if you, for example, have higher DPI, your mouse inputs will look a lot smoother. However, motion sync kind of does that for you essentially. Is it a mouse feature or is it like a universal mouse thing? It's a mouse feature. Most modern mice will have them, especially most modern wireless mice will have them because it's a huge selling point. But essentially, like certain things you will actually feel. So higher DPI, you will definitely feel, and especially motion sync. If you have higher DPI and higher and motion sync enabled, that is something you will 100% feel, regardless of what system you're on. But I feel like when it comes to 8K polling on a mouse specifically, there's two factors that play into whether you will see it or feel it. And one of them is, quite unfortunately for me, having a high refresh rate monitor. So the way these kind of things work is, hold on, let me just pull up Paint real quick to explain this. So you will have your monitor, right? You know, totally accurate monitor here. Then you'll have your mouse. And then you'll have your keyboard, right? Or whatever the hell it is that you use to move around. All these three things have a separate polling rate, right? So for example, my monitor is 60 Hertz. My mouse is 1K Hertz. And how much is my keyboard? Let me see. Okay, my keyboard is also 1K Hertz. So essentially, all of these three things are unable to sync up together. So as you can tell, my monitor is 60 Hertz, and the rest of my my peripherals are 1K Hertz. So these two inputs will be in sync because they send the same amount of information at the same rate, whereas my monitor does not. So it kind of creates this like weird bottleneck where everything is kind of limited to my monitor because my monitor is the lowest updating, it's the least frequently updated peripheral. So everything kind of gets stuck at this like 60 Hertz feeling, but it's obviously not. My mouse is not running at 60 Hertz and neither is my keyboard. These two are still running at 1000 Hertz. It's just that I will only ever see 60 Hertz of the entire 1000 Hertz input. So if you pull out a calculator and you do a quick 1000 divided by 60, that means I'm only ever seeing 16% of the input that I'm giving, which is why on a lower refresh rate, certain mouse movements or keyboard inputs will not feel like they are accurate to what you are trying to do, because there's a delay in the fact that your monitor can only see so much of the inputs you're giving. So the higher your monitor refresh rate, the more of these inputs you will see. So say, for example, I have a 240 Hertz refresh rate monitor, right? Now I'm seeing a lot more of the inputs as to compared to before. Obviously, there is no 1K Hertz monitor yet. That's fucking ridiculous. So when it comes to having a higher polling rate, your polling rate only ever needs to be higher than your refresh rate for it to feel smooth. If you, for example, had a 540 Hertz monitor, for example, and you had your mouse at 400 polling rate for some reason, you would probably feel like your mouse is lagging and it's very choppy and the crosshair is like teleporting around. That's because there's not enough information being sent per frame that your monitor can actually render and see. So it feels like 60 because of your monitor, yeah, essentially. It's the same reason as, like, again, I get well over 600 FPS in the range right now, which is 10 times the amount that my monitor can show me. So what's basically happening is my monitor is jamming all 600 frames, kind of squishing them together, and it's selecting the most recent ones to show me. So say, for example, I get 700 FPS, right? I can only take 60. So what's happening is it is basically taking... Okay, so every single second, I am generating 11 more frames than I need. And what my monitor is going to be doing, because of the fact that it's generating more than it needs, it's going to use the most recently generated ones, which basically means that my input delay is going to be much, much lower because of that. So I can actually show you this. I believe if it is, it should be... I think it's these three. I'm not sure, hold on. GPU wait time, oh, it's input latency, sorry, my bad. Game to render latency. So if you take a look at my game to render latency, it is currently 3.6, 3.5, around there. It's super low, right? And my FPS is currently uncapped, so I'm getting about 600. So you can see here. Now, what will happen is if I limit my FPS to 60, you should notice that my input delay will increase. So as you can see now, it is slightly higher. It is obviously still quite low, but you can tell that because I've limited my FPS, I'm reducing how many frames I can use to display. Now, because I'm getting a lot of FPS naturally, my input delay will stay relatively low because I'm generating so many frames so quickly anyways that it's just going to delete the old frames it doesn't need and use the most recent ones. Let's say for example if I limit the FPS even more to like 30, right? You will notice that the input delay actually has gone down. And you might wonder why, and again, it's for the same reason as before. I'm generating 30 FPS so quickly that it's just deleting the old frames and using the most recent ones. But when you match it to your monitor's refresh rate, you will notice again, it is slightly worse. So it entirely depends. Like a big part of this is how powerful your system is as well. Because it really does depend. It really does. Like if you have a very powerful system, then you will just never have low input delay. But in some cases, if you have more of like a mid-range system, for example, even though you're getting above your monitor's refresh rate cap, it might still feel really bad. So yeah, those are just a few things to kind of look at and think at. But you know, the conversation was about the mouse. No, when it comes to the mouse, I genuinely find it very, very difficult to feel the difference between 1K and 8K. Like, to be completely honest, I don't want to say there was no difference, but I don't know. Like, if I had to be very, very honest, I would genuinely say no, I felt nothing. Because, like, I don't remember what the exact rate is, but it's like there's only a certain amount of FPS that you need above your monitor's refresh rate before it starts to become useless. Because every single, like, block, it kind of just, the amount of latency that gets reduced gets lower and lower. I think it was something like the difference between 500 FPS and 1000 FPS on a game, like, the latency reduced was like so minimal that it almost didn't matter whether you were getting 500 or 1000. I don't remember what game it was tested on. I think it was Overwatch maybe, I'm not sure. But it's like as long as you're past a certain threshold in FPS compared to your monitor, it stops mattering as much as you think it does. Which is good obviously because it would fucking suck if, you know, that much of an FPS gap meant that much more of a latency decrease. Thinking of buying V3, but I don't want a big hump. More of a claw player. What do you mean by V3? Like the Viper V3 or the Death Adder V3? Or is the V3 just a completely different mouse that I'm not aware of? Death Adder? If you want my honest opinion, because I've used that mouse for like almost a year, do you want my opinion on it? Because I genuinely think it's a great mouse. I just don't like the right hand as much as I thought I did. Because for me, the only thing that sucks about using a right-hand mouse is that when you have your mouse on the table... Wait, let me just pull up the thing. When you have your hand on the table, you can't rest it flat. You're always off to the side a little bit. And because of that, this part of my wrist makes more contact than anything else. And that's really weird because when I'm using an ambidextrous mouse, I can feel my entire wrist. Like this whole part of my wrist here is actually on the table. And I find that when my entire wrist is able to be on the table, I aim much, much more consistently than when it's not. I don't know. I think it has something to do with the fact that I kind of naturally tilt my hand inward when I'm aiming. So my hand is never straight on the table. Hold on, let me try to show you this actually. Because I don't know how else to express this, but I can just pull out the camera. Hopefully you can see it. So here you can see the table, right? Normally, some people will have their hand like this when they're aiming. Me personally, I rest my hand on the table like this. I always have my arm like kind of leaning to the left entirely. And you can see how the mouse in my hand is not completely centered like this. I'm kind of holding it from the side. And I'm really pressing the mouse like into my palm. I don't know, like this is how I've always held a mouse, and it's just really comfortable for me. So for me, this is resting position. For someone else, this is resting position. So it looks completely different, and I don't know. For me, I found that holding it like this just put even more contact on this part of my wrist, like that. And it basically felt like I was aiming like this, and that's fucking disgusting. I hated that so much. So I eventually switched because I just hated it. But obviously now with an ambidextrous one, I feel like it just suits the way I hold my arm on the table a lot better. I have a similar holding style. It's weird, but I get what you mean. Yeah, like because I don't hold my hand completely straight in front of me on the desk, when I'm using a right-hand mouse, that's the only way for it to feel comfortable, because that way I can force the left side of my wrist onto the desk. But with an ambidextrous mouse, I can hold it in my comfortable position, which is like at an angle, and then still feel the left hand, the left part of my wrist on it. I don't know. It really depends. But with me personally, I just found that not being able to hold the mouse at an angle in a natural resting position with the Death Adder V3 was really annoying. You have any opinion about Vaxi R1? I think the Vaxi mice are fucking great. I think they are. I haven't used one, but from what I've seen about them and all those other things, they seem like a very, very good mouse company. And their shit looks like it's quite premium as well, to be completely honest with you. I would honestly say, go for whatever. Like, honestly, because it will only matter so much. Like, I would say that the difference between the Vaxi and the Death Adder V3 would be like, oh, sorry, wait, sorry. I'm thinking of a completely different mouse. My bad. VXE, I have no idea about VXE. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've seen these mice. I'm very skeptical on how they actually perform because they can go for really cheap or sometimes they go for a lot more. Like, you're telling me you can find this mouse for 16 euro or you can find one for 50. It's like, because it's like cheaper than the V3 and the shape is more flat. So I don't know. I feel like the risk of this mouse being a pile of shit is almost not worth it. Um, I don't know. I feel like it's just really weird. It's really weird. Like, yeah, there's like soft squeaking and whatnot. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like with the Vaxi, it's a bit risky. I feel like if you're looking for something with that shape, you're better off just going on a shape finder website and just trying to match the nearest like top end mouse that you can find that has that shape on it. Just go with that to be safe. That's the only other concern I had as well with getting any of the other like new. I wouldn't say no name brands. They're not no names. That's definitely not true. But I would definitely say that when it comes to the like guarantee that what you're gonna get is good and that you can even get a refund if something breaks or like a replacement, it's like I don't know. It just feels a little risky sometimes. I mean, the G Pro Superlight has a similar shape and a 2-year warranty, so those are my two options. See, the thing is, I'm so glad I'd never considered a G Pro wireless or a G Pro Superlight, sorry, and that's because I had no idea how much of a mid hump that mouse had. I would have been so pissed if I had that for any reason at all because I realized how much I hate a mid hump on a mouse. Like, I feel like for me personally, there's just no reason to have a mid hump at all, you know? Again, that's me. That's what I'm comfortable with, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be pretty pissed about a mid hump. But the one thing you definitely do guarantee about the Superlight is that the clicks are super good, from what I know on the Superlight. I've definitely heard that about it, so You do have that going for it as well. I would say that's definitely a big thing as well. You want the clicks on your mouse to be very good. Because there's no reason for you to sell yourself short with something like that, you know? If your mouse feels good when you click it and you shoot it and all that other stuff, it becomes much less of an issue for you to do certain things with it. I don't want to waste my money as if the mouse is shit, then I'm screwed. Yeah, exactly. That's probably like the biggest concern with the Vaxi one. It's just that like if it happens to be a pile of ass and you know you had no way of knowing. I've seen a review or two on the mouse actually on the Vaxi or a Vaxi mouse, and the guy was complaining about the sensor not working like properly. I'm like, how does that even happen? So yeah, it's very difficult to recommend or for me to feel like I can recommend something like that. I mean, even if it's like 20 bucks, still can't gamble short in funds. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel so weird about there being like a $20 like dollar mouse that allegedly competes with like shit that's 150. I'm not saying that I don't want that to be a thing or that I don't want to believe it. It's just that I feel like the Viper Mini was already like the craziest I've ever seen a budget mouse outperform like high-end mice. Obviously, that was back in a time where, you know, things like lightweight small mice were not really a thing. So the Viper Mini was huge because of that. It was a super lightweight small mouse, super good shape for most people with small to me with any hand size really. That was already such a crazy deal that like I feel like anything less than what that was is just a bit too much, or it's a bit hard to believe rather. Again, I'm totally happy for that company to get more recognition over time and you know for that mouse to popularize. I think that'd be fine if it actually does happen to be good and you know not a failure, but just as it is right now, I don't know, I feel really iffy about it. I do. But hey, if you ever have 20 books laying around and you're able to get it, go for it, try it out, see how it works. Because I think it's worth it to just have as well. So currently I have Orochi V2 and it seems to have some minor sensor issue here. And just researching on the side, that's very unlucky. I heard that the Orochi is a good egg shape though. I actually used to main an egg shaped mouse ages ago. So back in my CS, I'm saying it like I'm fucking 55 years old, but um back in my CS days, like 6, 7 years ago, um I used to use the G102, super old mouse. It was actually it was honestly quite nice at the time because my hands were still quite small because I was still growing. But now if I actually had the 305, I ended up getting the wireless version, and yeah, no, it was it was just too small because I'm obviously you know a lot older now. I'm 19, so this would have been again like I would say that in terms of growth and like size and my mass, I've pretty much stopped growing. So like my hands are not gonna get any bigger than they are now and shit like that. And with the way my hands are now, the G305 is just it was too small. Like it hurt my hand to use. Even now, the Model O wireless is a medium-sized mouse, and I still feel like um, when I fingertip grip it, sometimes if I put too much tension, I will start to cramp quite easily. Obviously, I'm not blaming the mouse size for the cramping. That's stupid. It's obviously my fault for squeezing the mouse sometimes, or holding it too tightly. But I just noticed that if I had anything to complain about, I would say that the mouse is maybe still just a little bit too short. But I'm kind of learning to work with it, and honestly, I'm kind of fine with it being the size it is. I don't think I'll change anything. If I would want to change one thing on this mouse, I think it would have to be the fact that it's still using mechanical debounce on the switches. I feel like if there was a way to replace this for optical switches instead, like something on the... Like, okay, if I could honestly put the switches from my Death Adder into this and use the optical click instead of the mechanical debounce, I would prefer it so much more. But that's the only other thing I can really complain about. Sensor is fine, mouse feels fine. The coding, honestly, I can't even complain too much about the coding. The coding does not feel grippy, but it also doesn't get very slippy either. So I can't complain. Because one issue I definitely had with my Death Adder V3 was because I had to hold the mouse a lot tighter, and my hands would sweat on it a lot more, and it would be such a big problem. What's the difference between the switches? So basically, the way the optical switches work compared to the mechanical switches is to kind of give you a short summary. Optical switches work off of using beams of light, which basically means that I can kind of give you a really shitty diagram. So you have the switch, and then you have a beam of light, and then you have a part of the switch that goes down, and then you will have a section on the beam, and when this section of the beam is broken, it sends a cursor input that, hey, we are clicked, and it works. So essentially, this black piece, this black platform, or this part of the switch will travel down, it will break the beam, and then the second the beam is broken, it sends a signal to the PC that you clicked, essentially. And the thing about it is that you don't have to wait for hearing the click sound for the sensor to actually send the information. But in order for you to break the beam at this point, you'll have to use enough force that you will bottom out all the way and you will click. But it just sends the information much, much faster because it doesn't have to wait for you to actually physically click down and then let go. It's just a slightly different, it's snappier, or if it's both snappier and has less input delay. Like, if you think of optical clicks, it's literally as close to 0 milliseconds as you could possibly get. Whereas mechanical, depending on the mouse you're using, they might actually have their own forced input delay. So for example, if you check my Model O Glorious or Model O Minus, you can actually change how much input delay there is in the debounce. So for example, when it comes to debounce, the way debouncing works is it's an intentional buffer that exists to prevent the mouse from double clicking. And obviously that's not very cool. Optical mice cannot double click. If your optical mouse is double clicking, your switch is broken. But besides having a fully broken switch, it's impossible to double click on an optical mouse. So that's kind of why I would prefer optical switches over mechanical, is because it's physically impossible to double click. And even though, technically speaking, the input delay on this mouse is a lot worse than on the V3, it's not big enough of a difference. That is probably a very good thing about the optical switch. Yeah, it's pretty much the only thing I care about, the optical switch. In terms of feeling, I actually think the switch I'm using right now in this mouse is alright. Like, it feels okay. I got used to it, I don't hate it. It's quite light, it feels good to click. So yeah. Again, the only thing I could complain about is that it's not optical, so that means that technically, over time, eventually, this mouse will start double clicking. But if I give a fuck, I could just get a replacement switch. Just probably what I will do. again, I don't know how long it will take for this to start double clicking. I've heard people that have been using this mouse on the 0 milliseconds delay setting, and they haven't gotten a double click. So it really depends on how lucky I get with this current switch. But yeah, worst comes to worst, I just get a new one and replace it. Yeah, because I actually, again, I genuinely really do like this mouse. I'm having a blast with it. I think this mouse is great. Fuck. I usually don't spray often. Why don't you use 0 milliseconds debounce? I do. I am currently using 0 milliseconds debounce. The only downside of using 0 milliseconds debounce is that because the mouse is not sending in an intentional delay, it risks the opportunity for a double click because of the fact that it's using a mechanical process to read the input. But again, I haven't felt it yet. It hasn't happened. So I'm gonna keep it on 0 milliseconds for now. I was playing previously on 2 milliseconds debounce just in case of double clicks, but I realized I was being kind of paranoid by doing that, so I set it to 0, and again, it's been fine. It was still fine when it was on 2 milliseconds. I didn't feel like my click delay was ridiculous or anything. I thought it was still fine, you know, nothing bad. So yeah. Good Fremont? Yeah, luckily. I hope it lasts because again, I do really like this mouse so far. Um, I think if you are able to save up for some funds, then you should invest in a higher fresh monitor. Yeah, that's the plan. I don't want to stay on 60 for any longer than I have to. Yeah. Oh my whiff. XL to 5.4. It depends. I don't remember actually. Let me just double check. XL to 5.4. I'm not sure. Oh, you can get this in 27-inch. Maybe. Because I think what I'm currently playing on is 21-inch. I think think this is actually quite a small monitor. Don't buy 27. Noted. Because if I was going for one of these, personally, I'm going for Diac. I think the anti-ghosting and everything that comes with Diac is so worth it in the long run for my eyes and also just the overall performance that I think it's pretty worth it. However, I believe this is TN panel, which is kind of cringe. I don't really want TN panel. Yeah. 1080p on 27-inch, the pixels are more popping out. Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like I want to avoid TN panel as much as possible. I want to go for an IPS, at least an IPS, because I feel like the IPS is just really worth it. I don't know. Like the thing is, the Zowie ones would definitely be very safe. It'd be a very safe bet. It's TN, but it's good TN panels. The colors are good, but the viewing angles are meh. See, the thing, I don't really care about the viewing angles because I'm gonna be sitting in front of it, you know? So that's not a problem for me. Um, yeah. Like when it comes to viewing angles, that's not the problem for me. The reason I would prefer IPS, the colors are good, but you know, IPS is IPS. See, the main reason why I would prefer IPS is just because of the lower input latency on the monitor. And like the color transition between pixels is a lot better. It's not like you're dealing with anything like OLED where, you know, you're potentially dealing with burn-in or anything like that. Um, yeah, obviously OLED is the lowest input delay you could possibly get, but it's also not exactly what I'm looking for. Um, yeah. So again, that's just me. Obviously, other people will have different preferences in, you know, what they're looking for. Input latency is better on BinQ if I'm not wrong. It's like yes but no. Yes but no. It's like the actual physical input latency for the pixels changing colors is always going to be faster on IPS because it's easier to make it faster on IPS. I don't remember what the recommended one was. Shit, I don't remember. It was some Korai one though. Maybe not a 27-inch one. It was no, not this one because this is FD. FHD. Not sure. I guess here's a Zowie one. You see it's 1 millisecond as well. Down the price of the Korea is good, yeah, but I think it's I don't think it's a good panel type. It's VA. I'm not using VA, sorry. Oh, here's an IPS one. So here's a 27-inch IPS. It's 1440. Oh shit. I didn't realize. Okay, wait, why is this such a good price? What the fuck? This is the one I was looking at before. So this is a 165 IPS 1 millisecond. But it is 27-inch, of course. I don't know. I feel like yeah, 24 is probably the better pick. 24-inch. It's because at least the pixel density will be a lot better for the size. I feel like if I'm getting anything else, I'm kind of fucking myself over. Because the thing is, I don't even know if I can handle 1440p at like the same input latency. Because if it's too much more input latency, there's no point in me being on 1440. It's kind of stupid at that point. Yeah, this is probably also VA or something. Yeah, VA. I don't know, like the IPS is just where it's at. I feel like I really want to try IPS. Look up Yama. Is this one? HDMI. What's the panel though? Resolution. Response time is chilling. P. HDMI. Oh, this is IPS. Yeah, yeah. This one right here, for example. Yeah. Because this is the one my friend has, and his brother have it also. It's like this is much more of like a type of selection I would like to go for. Obviously, I would like to go for 240 if possible, because I know I can get 240 very easily. But like this is much more of like a thing. It's like, again, here you have IPS and you see it's below 1 millisecond. So yeah, you can technically get panels that are shit panels with less input delay. Like you can get VA panels that are 0.5, but VA is just ass. I'm never using VA ever again. One of the monitors I used to use that was 60 Hz was a VA and it was disgusting. I don't even know what the one I'm using right now is. It's not even my monitor. But yeah, like this is a good choice here. Yeah. And then here's another example. Actually, again, here's the one I was looking at before. 165 IPS, 1 milliseconds is chilling. Like this would be sick. This would also be sick. But again, if 240 is available or it's achievable on the system, there's no reason I shouldn't be going for 240. It's gonna be a bit of a crazy jump to go from 60 all the way up to 240, but it is what it is. But how is the quality and motion blur on that 1.8 ms setting? That is important as well. It's actually quite good. It's quite decent. I think it has pretty alright anti-ghosting and shit like that. Because that's the thing about IPS is that with IPS you don't need shit like anti-ghosting and too much like blacklight related changes in order to maintain good visual clarity at those lower response rates. That's why IPS is much nicer in my opinion, because it's able to remain at those good input latencies without the need of those technologies to make it usable. But for the same reason, the Zowie ones are also really good because those technologies only make them even better. It's like, I think the Zowie at the moment has the clearest 240 Hz that you can possibly get in terms of anti-ghosting and all of the other stuff. But again, my only issue is that it's VA. I don't know, maybe I just don't give a fuck about the panel type too much. Again, like I have a lot of time to look into this as well before I make a decision on which one is, you know, preferred and which one isn't. So yeah, I can chill out, you know, I can chill out. But the goal would definitely be to jump to 240 if possible. Yeah, research well, yeah, of course. I do intend on it. I'm not trying to make an uninformed decision because I'm very good at doing that. No. again, I just want to make sure that my jump from 60 to 240 is like as clean as it can be without really shafting myself over. Because I want to be able to enjoy my my shift from 60 to 240 in a way where it's like I don't have to make any adjustments. It's just I play with what I get and I replace it when it breaks. That's it. That's kind of what I'm looking for in a monitor. I'm not really looking for it to have some crazy shit or whatever. Yeah. Like, again, it took me a long time to decide to get the Model O. Obviously, I ended up getting the Model O over anything else because it was just the most affordable and it was on a sale. But I was on the Death Adder for like, actually check. Hold on, let me check. Because I actually posted a video the day I got the Death Adder V3 because I happened to be playing a game that I uploaded the video on. Whereas 9 months ago. Okay, so I got the Death Adder V3 9 months ago. And I would say after about 3 months, I wanted to switch off. So for 6 months, I didn't get, or yeah, I was basically looking for a mouse to get for 6 months. And I ended up picking this one, and I'm really glad I did because it seems to be fitting me quite well. Like I would say out of any mouse I've ever gotten, this one has been the best fit for me. And it has made the most difference in my comfort and my aiming ability and confidence compared to any other mouse that I've ever gotten. I would say if I was to list it in order, it would go like this. So I've had the Zowie EC2A, I've had the Viper Mini, I've had the G Wolves Skull, I've had the G102, but technically the G203 because I got the new gen one. Then I also had the Death Adder V3, and now I've had the Model O. If I had to rank these in terms of which ones had like the best performance for me in aim, it would have to be like this. Zowie EC2A was definitely number 1 because I went from using a no brand mouse to this, so the jump was insane. Like my aim was ridiculous with the Zowie EC2A. Next, I would say was this one. It just has a really good shape, and that's helping me quite a lot. After that, I would say it's very hard to say. I think with both the Viper Mini and the G203, I'd put them at the same range because it took me a long time to adjust to these mice. I played so shit when I first got onto the G203. Oh my god. I went from the Zowie EC2A to the G203, and my aim was dog shit for like a week on the G203. So honestly, I'll probably put these both at 4. And then I'd put the G-Wolves Skull at 3. Only reason why I put it at 3 is because this mouse had very weird click issues with post-travel. That pissed me off so much. Because this mouse right here is the exact same as the Zowie EC2A in terms of shape. It's the same. There's no changes. There's no differences. It's just the Zowie EC2A with less weight and a better cable. And that was it. But the clicks on the G-Wolf Skull were just so shit on the copy I had. So it just made me aim really bad because it didn't feel good to use. But it still made me aim better than these two mice. So this is kind of how I would rank all the mice I've had in terms of how much they've helped me improve. I would say that honestly, I could put both of these at 1. And then I would put the Viper Mini at 2, actually. I'll do the list like this, to be honest. I love my jump from 60 Hz to 240. Hope your reaction is when you shift to 240. Yeah, I'm very excited as well. Like 4 AM right now, I got to go see you tomorrow, but no worries, man. Take it easy. I really appreciate you hopping down and having a chat with me. It was really nice. Thank you very much, man. Sleep well. Take care of yourself. You're always welcome. Yeah, have a good night. I will also be going myself, actually. Because I need to be awake early tomorrow morning. Good night. Good night, bro. Take care. Bye-bye.